But sometimes the pitfalls in life are the lessons that put you on the right path to salvation, a new beginning. And that's exactly what happened to motivational speaker and entrepreneur Linda Argila. Now, 17 years ago, she went to prison for harboring a fugitive, a boyfriend accused of selling marijuana, who was also the father of her child. And with that, she lost her 9-year-old daughter as she spent a year behind bars. But Linda is not here to cry, but to motivate those who may have lost their freedom and their children. And she joins us now here on The Factor Uncensored. Was that the lowest point in your life?
Yes. When I was behind bars after I was ripped apart from my daughter, who was only 9 years old at the time, I hit rock bottom. You know, after going through such an experience and through the justice system, ending up in prison, serving a year and a day was my sentence for harboring a fugitive. I pretty much wanted to give up.
But you did not.
You
started anew. Tell me the path that you decided to take and what made you take that path.
So I was actually on a prison track, and like I had said, I was rock bottom. I knew that I was not going home to my young daughter anytime soon, and I pretty much gave up and just sort of, you know, had to find a purpose for me being in prison. And I knew that at that moment, for me to survive this experience, that I would have to turn my life around, get myself prepared to go home and face the challenges that I would face after coming home from prison and having a young child that has just suffered so much because of my experience. And she didn't have a father, so she was without her mother, without her father. And I wanted to make that experience have a purpose for me. So I took all that pain and I turned it into a positive situation where I would in turn help other children that were torn apart from their parents. And Isiah, for the last more than a decade, I've raised $30 million for women and children impacted by incarceration, children that are without parents, and have just been raising awareness for causes that affect children like this.
And you compared this to what we have seen in this country recently, where mothers and children have been separated. Why the comparison?
Well, because I work very closely with an organization in New York called Our Children that provides services and programs to kids that are ripped apart from their moms. And so dealing with that day after day after day and knowing that there are 3 million children in this country impacted by incarceration, parental incarceration, it just breaks my heart to see so many children that are suffering. And, you know, with what's going on in the country today, I wanted to raise awareness for these kids that are dealing with these situations every single day.
And we're talking possibly 2,000 to 3,000 at the boarding. You're saying 3 million already right here in this country, and it doesn't get a lot of attention.
It does not get a lot of attention, especially, you know, women happen to be the fastest growing population in the prison industry today, and many of them are nonviolent, first-time offenders, have young children under the age of 18. Using myself as an example, I was sentenced to a year. My daughter was only 9 at the time, and you know, I just feel there are alternatives to incarceration.
Let's take a look at tell me where people can get your book and your website really quick.
So after so many years of raising awareness for this cause, I want to reach even more people and inspire others to overcome challenges, whatever they may be. And at the moment, you can go to my website and download My Prison Workout Affirmations.
And we have it right there. We want to thank you. So check her website out and you can get the book and get more information on it. Thank you
so much.
Glad to have you on The Factor Uncensored.